What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. So it seems there's some breaking news regarding David Lammy, Vince Cable and Dominic Greaves. A few of the top Remoaners out there going rogue and rushing over to the EU for secret talks. Now, the Express's headline in the article, Remainers David Lammy, Vince Cable and Dominic Grieve go rogue and rush to secret EU talks. A group of Remain MPs have headed to Brussels today as part of secret EU talks to secure a Brexit extension and prevent a no-deal exit. Labour MP David the Race Baiter Lammy, former Lib Dem leader Vince Cable and Tory rebel Dominic Grieve were spotted on the Eurostar bound for Brussels this morning. The Remain MPs are believed to have taken the trip to push for the EU to back a sensible extension and avoid a no-deal exit. The three MPs were spotted travelling to Brussels shortly after 7 AM this morning and were joined by MPs from SNP, Plaid Cymru and the Greens. When contacted by Express.co.uk, Mr Grieve confirmed he was in Brussels. He told the Express.co.uk, "I'm in Brussels now with others." Mr Grieve, who is one of 21 Tory MPs ousted from the party after the fire in the whip, is believed to be leading the group. Of course he is. He is Joe Swinson in trousers. They represent all parties in the House of Commons except the Tories, and they don't represent the British people either, so they shouldn't be allowed to go over there. They are not the government, they have no place doing there. This is 100% collusion in my opinion. SNP's Peter Grant, the Greens' Caroline Lucas and Plaid Cymru MP Liz Saville Roberts also joined the delegation of traitors. The members of Best for Britain, a group campaigning to stop Brexit by any democratic means, hope to plead with EU officials to stop a no-deal and grant an extension to the UK. I love how they say they're campaigning to stop Brexit by any democratic means, when pleading with a foreign nation to prevent this country doing what its citizens have asked for is pretty much as undemocratic as it gets, in my opinion. I mean, look there, you can see by the picture, they even posed for a photo. Like, yep, we're traitors and we're happy to be going over there betraying this country. The MPs are set to meet European Parliament's Brexit Steering Group and others later today. Brexit Party MEP Rupert Lowe has hit out at the MPs and told Express.co.uk, "The arrogance of the Remoaners never fails to amaze me. They speak only for themselves and an ever-decreasing noisy minority. For too long they have taken the British public for fools." I agree with you there, Rupert. Avoiding a no-deal is a lie perpetuated by many across the Commons. Their sole aim is to derail Brexit. Social media users have also condemned the MPs for trying to block Brexit. One person wrote on Twitter, "Traitors the lot," which is what I already said. "Parliament gone rogue, politicians gone rogue." I have to agree with him there. Another said, "Just a bunch of MPs going to a foreign capital to attempt to sabotage negotiations being conducted by the UK government. Totally fine." A third wrote, "Last minute treachery." So I'd say people are not very happy. Another said the move was an attempt to shut down Brexit altogether. One user asked, "Would you be kind enough to ask them in which vote did we, the public, give them a mandate to ask for anything directly from the EU?" Spot on, mate. When did that ever happen? Never. We never gave them a mandate to do anything. The government deals with the EU, not the Remoaners. Earlier this week, Mr Grieve warned that Britain would not be leaving the EU at the end of the month, despite Boris Johnson's repeated claim that the country will leave on October the 31st. He said that even if a deal is struck with the EU, which is then passed by the Commons, an extension will be needed. No, you want one. It won't be needed, mate. That's all it is. Instead, the former Attorney General insists that the UK will be remaining inside the EU until at least early 2020. Speaking to Sky News, Mr Grieve said if he, Mr Johnson, gets a deal approved in principle by the Commons this Saturday, the idea we can leave on the 31st of October seems to me rather extraordinary. He has to enact a piece of primary legislation of considerable constitutional significance called the Withdrawal Agreement Act. Well, Grieve, you did it in a couple of days with your Ben Surrender Act that forces the government to do something which might not even be legal. Mr Grieve continued, he has to then get it through both houses of Parliament and both houses must have time to scrutinise it. Like they had time to scrutinise the Ben bill, I suppose, yeah? Is that the amount of time they need, Grieve, or is that only when you want something done? Special measures for special people, is that what it is? Even if he does get it approved, it seems to me that the Prime Minister would go back to the EU and ask for an extension, at least until early New Year, so we can do this properly. So there's Grieve talking a load of shit that we're not really going to focus on. But these three traitors going over to the EU, something needs to be done. How can this even be possible? They have no right to talk on the UK's behalf. They are elected MPs, not elected Prime Ministers, not Cabinet Ministers. They have no right to deal with a foreign power. I just can't believe this is occurring, and so openly as that they would actually have pictures taken of them all standing together. Traitors united at the Eurostar terminal. It's incredible, but it goes to show that they just don't care about democracy in the slightest.
Traitor! Traitor!
But I'm going to end that video there. It was just a quick one to bring you this breaking news. I want to thank the channel's PayPal, Patreon and Subscribe Star members for supporting the channel, along with everyone who watches my videos. Remember to let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Leave a like, subscribe with the notification bell and share this video as it helps the channel a lot. And I will see you all in the next one.
Parliament is a dead parliament. It should no longer sit. It has no moral right to sit on these green benches. They don't like the truth. Twice they have been asked to let the electorate decide upon whether they should continue to sit in their seats, while they block 17.4 million people's votes. This Parliament is a disgrace, but they're too cowardly to give it a go. But the time is coming. The time is coming, Mr. Speaker, when even these turkeys won't be able to prevent Christmas.
And it doesn't matter which language you use, we are going and we are glad to be going. We're off.